What's a better idea for a movie? Lady Ballers by Matt Walsh or what was it?
Hate Cyborg.
Hate Cyborg starring Sean Strickland.
I think Hate Cyborg for sure.
I agree. It sounds awesome.
I would want to recast the Sean Strickland character. Hello, welcome to Chuds, Grifters and Freaks, the show where we talk about chuds, grifters, and freaks. My name is Chris Anderson, but if you're hosting this show with me, you're probably going to end up calling me Shibble.
Thanks, Shibble. And I'm Ethan Sereski, and I love my grandma's antique lamp. She gave it to me, and it's like tangerine. I almost want to go get it. It's tangerine, and it's like, I think it was originally an urn that they turned into a lamp, like added a base and a light fixture, but gosh, do I love it.
You think they probably took somebody out of it?
I meant vase. I said urn. Yeah. No, yeah. You know what? I think there's a dead person in my lamp.
Well, no wonder you love it so much. He's probably hypnotizing you.
It's definitely.
So you brought this week's selection.
Do you think the lamp is haunted?
I'm sorry. Do you want to get to the show, or do you want to keep talking about the lamp?
Or you think the lamp is haunted?
I mean, well, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Okay, next show it'll be a surprise. We'll bring it on. So let's get to this week's subject.
This week we're talking about Sean Strickland, someone I'm not familiar with.
Let me tell you, Shibs. Sean Strickland is a fighter, an MMA fighter in the UFC. That's his organization. Okay. He's now a former middleweight champion of the world.
Okay.
He has a very high volume style. He's not overly athletic or he's just very skillful in defense and lands a lot of volume. So that's who he is as a fighter. But as a person, man, he's not the perfect fighter as a person.
Okay.
He used to be a neo-Nazi. So I saw him talking about that, and I kind of was like, that's good. It's better not to be a neo-Nazi.
That's a great step in the right direction. We'd love to hear that.
I thought it was like a redemption story. And then I saw that sometimes when you leave the Nazi doesn't always leave you.
Got it. All right. Well, let's see what the man has to say for himself.
Yeah, let's give him a fair chance. You're right. We should.
Yeah. Let's put him in his own words. We've got Sean Strickland, slaying reporter. You are an infection.
Oh, slayed.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly don't like to be called an infection. That's just mean.
That's how you know you've been slain.
Oh, and we got a t-shirt that says, "A woman in every kitchen, a gun in every hand."
I missed that. Very well done.
Sean Strickland 2024. Is he running?
From the police, maybe. I don't I don't think he's a politician yet, but the way things are going.
This might just be. Oh, and is that? Oh no, that's his outline. For a second, I thought this might be a Bill Murray over here, and this might be some chive content.
Oh, I thought you were saying he had a Bill Murray tattoo on his left shoulder.
No. Yeah, and it's so dark it shows right through this cheap-ass t-shirt.
I want this to be a really dark tattoo.
Let's hear the man speak for himself. We've already said so much.
Yes, you're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear it. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to.
Is he part of the Empire?
Are you part of the opposition?
Where are your papers?
Hey, can I talk to you about fighting and being like, hello, welcome to Vancouver? Like, fuck is this guy's problem?
Yeah, let me just, audience, the context is this is an interview before a fight about fighting. And he's like, are you the opposition? Like, what?
How to phrase that?
You got like, yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
I wonder what he was gonna say.
You don't even. It's better. I want to talk about it, but certain people.
He wants, the Jews, but he wants us to know he is thinking it.
Don't worry. As long as I'm thinking something's fucked up, that's good enough for me. I want credit for not saying it though.
If he had a thought bubble above his head, what would be in it?
Oh, God. I'm assuming like a spider web and a little moth fly.
I'll go with that. I like that. Let's hear Sean.
I'm not gonna say.
And let me tell you something right now. If a man says he's not going to say, like, if you ask him, "Motherfucker, did you vote for Biden?" He's like, "Well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden."
Sean,
I'll tell you right now, I voted for Biden.
I don't know who's walking around going, "I'm not telling you I voted for Biden." I mean,
if a jacked up MMA champion asked me and I knew he was a massive piece of shit, I might not want to talk to him about it.
That's a good point. Although massive isn't the word. I think middleweight goes up to 155, so he probably walks around at 180. Yeah, he could kill us both. Yeah, I mean easily.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. He's fucking big enough for me.
For both of us. Yeah, he could murder us. Yes.
So hey,
Sean, I'm glad you've had great experiences.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Satan or the Jews? I can't follow.
He's someone who's not part of the opposition. They have like a lot of freedom convoys and shit going on up there
the truckers,
days.
Right?
Yeah. If you're not part of that shit, then you're an enemy of Canada.
But he's an American.
Yeah, but hey, he's studied up. He is politically aware on a global level, and he's excited to be here in Canada to talk about the issues that they face. Because he's very smart. That's the big vibe I'm getting off of this guy. Smart.
Oh my god! Oh, he just if that's the vibe you get now, wait till we're 5 minutes in.
Sure, that's what it's got to be. It's got to be. We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said if I
in crayon.
Boy, I wonder what he wrote a couple of years ago.
I wonder what building it was on the wall of.
I wonder if he was free at the time, or did he perhaps write it on some sort of prison wall?
He tattooed it on his cellmate.
If I had a gay son, I would think I.
Oh, look, another. I'm saying in the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
He's asking me about things that I said. Huh? Can you fucking believe it?
Oh,
can you believe this?
You make an excellent point. The media is the swamp to him. So the second they do anything that makes him uncomfortable, he just starts yelling the word swamp. I see now. I got you.
I mean, if they're going to hold him accountable, they should be asking him about freedom. Not one question has come up today about freedom.
My whole platform is on my shirt.
Yeah, who could possibly oppose this? Every single person having a gun in their hand.
Not at home, just walking around brazenly carrying it.
Everyone should be strapped 24/7. You should be ready. Children, old people. Criminals should have guns.
I think people should be more self-aware because, like, I get angry. I shouldn't have a gun.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need, and I think a lot of people do take a look at their lives and say, I should not have a gun.
Right.
And I think that's a very reasonable assessment to come to. What is it? 70% of gun deaths are by suicide.
Yeah.
And
wait, but it'll be higher. Don't get disappointed. It'll be a higher percentage if there's a gun in every hand. So let's just vote for President Strickland.
75% of people killed with a gun are killed by someone they know. So
if only he knew himself.
Yeah.
Become a champion, you become a star, and someone says,
let me ask you something. Are you
why are you asking reporters questions? Reporters ask you questions. Do you not understand the nature of this relationship?
He doesn't. Oh my, what does he think this is?
He thinks this is a debate. He's like, I can see where you're going, and it's time for me to change the question, because the real question is, why are you asking me that question?
The guy's like, are you looking forward to the fight? And he's like, good point. And he's ready to fire back into the debate.
Are you gay?
Have you had the chance?
No.
Just asking a reporter if he's gay?
I don't think you should ask anyone randomly if they're gay.
And this was like UFC 297. This was in the last year?
Oh my God. This is in the last couple months. Now UFCs are almost monthly now, the numbered ones. And they're every week, the events.
So yeah, this was very recently that he was like asking a reporter if he's gay.
I like how the reporter asked about his past, and he's like, "You're the swamp. Let me make more past for you. Are you gay?"
Yeah, why aren't you asking me why I'm asking you if you're gay? That's a fucked up thing that I'm doing right now.
Maybe he's just looking for a mate.
Maybe he wants. Maybe the reporter's handsome. He's got a nice voice.
He does. I'll give him that.
Back with a more diverse.
Are you?
amount of-
Let me know. Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally.
Are you gay?
No,
Are
I'm
you
a gay. I'm a gay
man?
elephant. Like how he added man.
I'm an ally.
Of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid.
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're like,
This guy sucks shit.
Yeah, I hope there's a special stupid section in hell.
So that's him slaying this reporter.
No,
That's
there's
his
more.
slay.
There's more.
Oh yeah, he hasn't called anyone an infection yet.
you're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau. Like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the.
He seems really angry about Canada's problems, or is it that he's super sensitive about gay?
Why are you asking me about things that I've done? Why aren't you asking me about Justin Trudeau's tax policies?
I know we're at a press conference for, as the background says, UFC 297, but I'd like to discuss Trudeau and the woke.
The fuck on, man.
I feel like that doesn't really answer the question.
Look how
but I did want to ask
angry.
also things you said about the.
He's definitely trying to deflect. I can't tell how much of this is an act. You know what I mean? How much of this is like media training?
He doesn't have it. He became a star like overnight, and they're trying to get him not to say as much of this shit. But he was a literal neo-Nazi as a young man. He came from a horrible home, and it seems that he's still horrible.
Trans community, you said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what, and will know what they stand for. Are you?
This guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the
Good
thing
joke.
about Bud Light.
So we all remember when Bud Light got a sponsorship deal with a trans woman for like one Instagram.
We actually don't
one Vine.
We actually don't all know that because it was such a blip on the radar of corporate activity in general. It wasn't a campaign; it was a post on Instagram, but it was like life-shattering to this fellow.
Yeah, it became like a very online debate that I don't think penetrated far. Like, I don't think people who were not online cared about it at all.
No, I don't think they know. I don't think they care or know or want to know. I don't, and I know.
Yeah, no, this is a sign of an extremely online brain from Sean Strickland, I think.
Yep.
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection.
God, this guy sucks. Shit.
Why? But why is he so angry? What set him off toward this guy?
I think it's his visceral disgust towards the LGBTQ community.
Oh, wow. I mean that's. I
think this is a truly, genuinely hateful man.
He's radiating
awful.
hatred.
Yeah, he is genuinely unpleasant to experience. Kudos to you, viewers, if you've made it this far in this video, listening to this absolute piece of human garbage.
No. The viewers are going to be happy because I'm going to tell them who knocked him out with a single left hook, and they can go watch it after. That's the reward for sitting through this.
Okay. God, is that one of the clips we have here?
No. I didn't want to. You can't take UFC clips from fights.
Oh, they don't like.
They're not down with that. No,
the fan community to do that.
No, they don't like that. And as much as he doesn't like gays, they don't like us stealing material.
Well, fair enough. Viewers, watch this dude get knocked. Can we see an after fight interview where he looks fucked up?
It's not like he's all beat to shit because he walks out
Because there's just
there.
like one.
Alex Pereira is the greatest kickboxer in the world and became a UFC fighter, where you
Mhm.
have to know like how to grapple and do jujitsu. He didn't. He's like, no, I will just punch, you know. And he walks up and just knocks him out cold, flat, dead.
Mm.
And I mean, he does that to a lot of people, but this guy, you know, it was a champion and, you know, claims to be an amazing fighter. And he took one shot from Pereira. And if you guys want to see it, he just drops. It's great.
That does sound really satisfying, and I know what I'm doing immediately after this.
Good.
So you want to move on to the next clip? I
Yeah,
think we
this
got the
one's-
general idea that this guy's a piece of garbage homophobe. I think mission accomplished on that one.
Well, you missed the part where he talks about math at the end. I'm joking. He doesn't talk about any academic subject.
Thank God I don't need to learn Shawneology.
What does 1 × 1 equal in Shawneology?
Fuck you for asking. Why are you even talking about that?
You're the swamp.
Why aren't you talking about how the Prime Minister of Malaysia loves to kiss people? That's weird.
He's an infection.
I'm kidding. I don't know anything about the Prime Minister of Malaysia, everybody. I don't know.
Oh, I'm serious. I think he's an infection.
Fair enough. Here we go. We got Sean Strickland. Izzy, are you proud of who you are?
Yeah, he wants to know if another guy is proud of who they are. And Israel Adesanya is a great champion and a much better fighter. So, you know, he's just trying to, you know, build up a little hype here.
Cool dance, then I knocked him out. This time I'm gonna knock him out and do another cool dance.
He's gonna hold up a Chinese flag and fucking swear allegiance to the CCP, man.
What?
Fucking grow a pair of fucking nuts and grow a fucking spine. You don't even
He's
represent
talking
your
about
country.
So that guy's already knocked him out.
No, he knocked out the guy who knocked him out. He knocked out Pereira with a counter right that was like a hammer. It was crazy.
Okay.
He's dangerous, man. He's much more dangerous than this hateful piece of shit.
Fair enough. I mean, he is the one sitting there with the belts at this point, so you got to respect that.
Well, Sean won it from him in a muddled affair. It was terrible to watch.
You hate to see that happen.
Yeah.
You're a sellout. When did you sign to Monster Energy? When did you sell your soul? Tell me.
Hey,
You signed your soul.
Damn, and he's sitting there with his fucking sponsor talking this shit. Monster Energy.
Well, Monster. Well, you know what Monster's slogan is, right?
Unleash the beast.
Oh, I thought it was "You're an infection."
Yeah. I mean, that's certainly what I will now be associating with their brand.
You know, it'd be really funny if Monster got Dylan Mulvaney to do an ad.
Yeah. That would be quite the coup. Playing both sides of the fence, Monster.
Recently,
Bro,
right? You did.
I ride motorcycles.
Isn't it funny
like
that
to have a
anytime
good
I have
time.
to fight someone, Monster signs them immediately and becomes a fan of them? You know why? Because I didn't sell out and I didn't sell my soul. What'd you have to do to that?
Oh, you
Yeah.
are a sellout for taking.
Well, look in front of
sponsorship.
him. There's no Monster in front of Izzy.
Yeah, you didn't sell out.
There's just a big gold belt.
Yeah.
That pig-headed fuck. Huh? What'd you have to do to sell your soul to get that deal?
Let me tell you something about my man Izzy. Let's talk about Izzy's last show out, right?
This guy talks like a wrestling heel.
Oh yeah.
Like he's really bringing that energy.
What would his wrestling name be?
I mean, Sean Strickland is already a fantastic wrestling name. Let's be honest.
Good alliteration. You're right.
Yeah, and the nice strong K there.
Is there already a hate monger or no? Like a guy called Hate Monger?
There might have been at some point. I'd be surprised if there was never a wrestler in any wrestling league called the Hate Monger.
I'd like to see him wrestle Papa Shango.
That sounds like a great match. Triple H, get at us. We have the intellectual rights to that.
Yeah.
Hey, whenever Dreykus
Doesn't
won.
matter. I knocked him out.
Let's talk
He knocked you the
about
fuck out.
whenever Dreykus won. Izzy is on a world stage, and he goes up in the cage to call out Dreykus, and he fucking race baits him. Like, literally, bro, that's your message? You race bait him?
Is that like gay baiting?
Race baiting is like something that doesn't happen. It's allegedly when a black person like brings race, it's like pulling the race card, that same idea. But the fact is that race is, kind of an issue that permeates every facet of our society. So it's pretty much always valid to bring it up.
That's
So
true. It
you
depends
can't-
how you do it, of course, but
yeah, you can't really pull the race card. That's not a thing.
well, seeing that our system is infused with racial animus,
Yeah.
it's hard to pull the race card out of nowhere. Oh, now the U.S. has race involved. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And not only that,
You're a neo-Nazi. The
not
fuck
only
you
that,
Get his ass, neo-Nazi. That is
He was. That he's
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, I mean, good.
Yeah.
He still
If
is.
if you were a neo-Nazi, you do not get to have a public life.
Right.
You can go live somewhere privately, go be a fucking coach or some shit. You are not the champ.
You know what you can also do if you're a neo-Nazi?
Die.
You can die. You could also. I knew the one guy I knew went to jail, and everyone was mean to him except for this one black guy, which made him realize that all black guys weren't bad. And then when he got out, he tried to get his brother out of the neo-Nazi gang.
You mean, was your friend Edward Norton?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a story that happened.
That's a story that happened in the feature-length film American History X.
Maybe.
Check
Maybe
it
it
out,
happened there
John
too.
Strickland.
Yeah, he would love that movie. Oh my God.
about.
not only that, you guys, he wears a shirt.
Oh shit!
Got
He's
him.
gonna have a shirt that says something. He's gonna be more fucked up than a woman in every kitchen and a gun in every hand.
I thought that was the whole insult. Like, he's got a shirt on.
Shit on his ex-girlfriend. This is the fucking kind of champion we have, and it's a goddamn shame.
He's not nice to women.
It's true. What does his shirt say?
Is he?
For
You're
the
not
people,
nice
by
enough
the
to your ex.
And hey, listen to what, you guys. Let me
Sit
stand up
down.
for this. I'm gonna be honest. When I was younger, bro, I went through some traumatic shit, as we all did, man.
No.
Hey,
Not like him.
we've all done something weird when we were a kid, right?
Like, we put up posters about someone we knew performing circumcisions and put his real number on it and put them all around
We
town.
didn't put his number on it. People looked it up.
Okay,
We
I
did-
apologize. We didn't put his number on it. But when we were doing that, he was throwing rocks through black people's windows. Like, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, this is not youthful shenanigans.
Right, yeah. Neo-Nazi hood is not a shenanigan.
Yeah, this is not something you chalk up to boys will be boys.
From 7th grade, when I fucking learned my lesson. And as a fucking man, I'm a better man for it. I live a good life. I do fucking good things. I'm not jerking my fucking dog off, swearing allegiance to China.
Jerking my dog off?
I don't know where that came from. There's no story about anyone in the UFC jerking off a dog ever.
Yeah, boy.
Holy
Viewers, if you know what the fuck, if he's referring to something specific, please leave it in the comments. It's weird that they cuss so much at press conferences. Is that weird?
They don't. He does.
It seems very unprofessional.
They're cage fighters.
Shitting on my ex.
And this was 293. This also probably would have been within the last year he was doing this.
Yeah.
Damn. It's 2024, man.
Girlfriend. So again, man, people could change. I have fucking repented. Goddamn, I'm proud of the fuck I am.
He is bright. I will give you that. You were right about that.
Look, he's repented and he's proud of who he is.
No, I think he meant repentant.
He's also repentant. He's both.
He said but he said it in the present tense. He goes, "I am repented."
I still feel bad about all the hate crimes that I did.
Are you proud of who you are?
He has such disdain for him.
I mean, it's easy to understand why.
Yeah, but you're supposed to sell a fight by going back and forth. He's like, "I'm not fucking talking to this guy no matter what."
Yeah.
I love
No,
that.
my disgust for you is too genuine.
Yeah, he's like, "I personally don't like. I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to take the day off, sit here."
All right. Looks like we've got a YouTube short.
That's Sean and his ex.
Good spokesman for Pepto-Bismol. Where are you from? What city are you from?
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Scranton, man, this guy got fucking picked on a lot wearing this fucking shirt, dude. You married?
I am not.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. Well, you're going to make a fucking man very happy one day. Are you a gay?
I am not.
Okay.
And people are so uncomfortable too because he's a really like he could kill you in a matter of 20 seconds. So he's off. He's obviously not all there. So you have to kind of watch what this guy wants to be like, no, I'm not gay. And why would you ask? And like, what's the problem? But he would never.
But also, this is him at his job. You know what I mean? He has to go and do this for his work.
Right.
And like to talk to someone like that while they're at work is also especially fucked up.
That's true. Absolutely.
Hey, just checking. Nothing against the gays, but this guy, man, he's a little fucking funny. I said, hey, I'm flying out of town, so I'm trying to rush this bitch. Not trying to be disrespectful to Pepto, but we're gonna get this going. What's up,
Sean? Thanks for doing this, man.
He's really funny. I'll give him that because
he's fast. He's motor mouthed.
Yeah, the guy's shirt is a color that's similar to Pepto-Bismol. So what Sean Strickland did there is he called him Pepto, as in Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, credit where credit's due.
Yeah, that was well constructed.
No, he definitely picked up on a weak point. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna riff on that shirt for a second. You gay, bro? He
does not like to be asked questions by the press. He would much rather be asking them.
Yeah, no. He does not want anyone else controlling the dialogue.
Because then he has to think, and God, we know that must hurt. I wonder what hurts more, thinking or being punched by Israel Adesanya.
I mean, he definitely just doesn't want you to control where things are going because they're going to go no place good for him.
Yeah, that's, what, when you're an ex-neo-Nazi or, an ex-neo-Nazi and current Nazi, you don't want someone else asking you questions in public. That's a good point. I agree with you.
Yeah, like when your skeletons are not in the closet, they are sitting on the couch.
Or when
you're going to be like, we're going in the fucking kitchen, everybody.
Or when you're a skeleton.
Well, all right, we got the MMA Hour. Sean Strickland details his neo-Nazi past and homicidal thoughts.
Maybe that's why people don't question him to his face, because he's like, I think about killing people all the time, and I'm able to.
Yeah.
Zoom machine and say hello to the one and only Sean Strickland.
You
Sean,
can skip around, by the way, because this is long.
Wow, and great setup you got there, Sean.
That's his podcast studio.
Yeah, just leaning against the wall of an abandoned home.
It's not his home either. It is it's someone's abandoned home.
Yeah, it's an abandoned home.
how are you?
Hey, what's up, man? Fucking good talking to you. I like that you're working for yourself now. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Also, really good connection quality. Thanks for pro styling that, Sean.
I think he sounds good. Maybe that's just his voice.
Yeah, maybe he has one of those robotic voices. Maybe he's a cyborg. Maybe that's the secret of his success.
Oh, I hate cyborg.
Yeah, that hate cyborg is also my pitch for a great new film coming to sci-fi, a sci-fi original.
Hate Cyborg starring Sean Strickland. Yo.
I'm telling you, sci-fi, get at me. Once again, I am copyrighting this idea.
What's a better idea for a movie? Lady Ballers by Matt Walsh or Hate what was it?
Hate Cyborg.
Hate Cyborg starring Sean Strickland.
I think Hate Cyborg for sure.
I agree. It sounds awesome.
I would want to recast the Sean Strickland character.
Who would you cast?
I don't know. Someone who I don't actively hate. I don't want to give this guy money. Yes. Norton's tough to work with.
I was about to say, yeah.
Sean, and
no one's holding your leash anymore. It's nice, right?
Independent Hiawani, independent Strickland. You are inspired by the independent vibes.
There is nothing independent about me. Dana White holds my fucking leash.
I cannot fucking understand anything he is saying.
Yeah, I should have listened to more of it. God, he's all static.
Yeah, and in this like room with no like muffling at all, it's just bouncing off the walls with this low quality connection. I'm gonna go ahead and say we're not gonna watch this, especially not for another 38.5 minutes.
No. I think we got a good idea of Sean Strickland. And I wanted to connect it to wait. Do we have another clip?
No, this was the last one.
All right. Well, I want to connect it to a larger issue. I'm a huge MMA fan. I have been. I watched the first UFC when they cut off the ending when I was like 12. And
wow.
Yeah. No. I've I own every UFC on VHS. I know them all by heart, and it's become right-wing coded. Like, you know, with Dana White speaking at the RNC, I think that was the start. And then with Trump, you know, he goes there and gets ovations, and all the fighters are like, "Oh, Trump," you know. And the audience seems to genuinely be a more right-wing audience. And it saddens me because it's a global sport. It's a sport about everyone from every country coming together and showing each other respect and testing their skills. And this guy's fucking ruining that. So, you know, he could suck a dick.
Yeah. Yeah. The fact that like this is acceptable to the UFC, do you know what I mean? That they're like, we're going to keep scheduling fights for you.
That would, if you, I'm telling you honestly, I understand that you have to make money when you own or when you run an organization, but I wouldn't let him fight for me. I couldn't.
And you can't tell me that Dana White doesn't, to some extent, handpick who gets a shot. Do you know what I mean? There are probably 10 other guys that could fight on this level that don't get shots.
Either way, even if he was some sort of prodigy, which he's certainly not. He was like a journeyman who like made good fighting wise.
He was in his prime. He had a peak.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. But they didn't have to promote him like this, and there didn't have to be this amount of attention. But there is a market for this hatred, and to those people who are part of that market, also suck a dick. And
to hammer home his point, Ethan is proud to announce that he will no longer be watching UFC. This is now a Pride house. We will only be watching Pride events.
Pride was bought by the UFC about 15 years ago. If they had Pride, I wouldn't ever watch the UFC. Are you kidding me? They had Fedor.
Understandable. It looks like we'll be watching AEW from here out. We're heading over to the fictional side and not to the McMahons.
Yeah. I was about to say WWF wrestlers, I'm sure, hold no views like that.
Now, AEW is supposed to be the woke one.
Oh, is there is a woke wrestling?
There's one that has like a lot of fans I've noticed in like the queer community. It's AEW. It's supposed to be a lot better if you got a hankering for some wrestling. For me, the problem with wrestling that no wrestling has ever solved is that there's too much wrestling.
You want more soap opera?
Yeah, I want the bounce to be shorter. And like when I see like one of these like half an hour Iron Man matches, I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like I'm the wrestling is the part that interests me least, which is probably why I don't.
You like the romantic vignettes?
Yeah, I like them cutting promos. I like storylines. I like giant hulking non-actors having to act. That to me is very satisfying.
Would you cut a promo on Sean Strickland now?
Nah, no, I'd want to prepare. I'd want it to be
okay.
good.
Maybe next time. But I would really like to see.
Well, I'll see if we could release that as a bonus video.
You as a wrestler, and you'll have to pick a name.
Okay, obviously.
We're gonna call it. What rhymes with woke? The woker? No.
We'll think on it.
Okay. Woca-Cola.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
No,
we're your hosts. I'm a Woca-Cola. And if you want to leave a like or subscribe or a comment, or you want to ring that bell icon, all that stuff would be awesome. Really help out the channel.
And don't tell Sean Strickland we made this video either.
Yes, do not rat us out. Sean Strickland, we have nothing but respect for your abilities as a fighter, especially when compared to amateurs like you and us. I have no doubt that you could easily beat me to death. And if you do fight me, to some extent, that means you're a coward.
Oh, got him. He's a piece of shit anyway. Thank you for joining us. Like and subscribe. I'm Ethan. He's Shibble, and we'll see you next time on Chuds, Grifters, and Freaks.
He's a freak.